Alright guys, DJ from the Gamers Guild again at the shop. On Tuesday we're going to do another battle report. Our first one we did, it got messed up with the audio. So basically we're going to have a three-way battle of annihilation between myself, Jake, and Scott. So we're going to go around, talk to each of the players, their armies, and then we will see how it goes. So I'm going to go with mine first today. I'm doing a Space Ultramarines. Basically, we're doing 1,100 points. I have Chapter Master, a Lieutenant, and a Judicar with two 10-man squads of Intercessors, one Assault Man squad of Intercessors, and then 5 Hell Blasters. The idea behind the army is just move forward with a steady volley of boulder fire. I'm still learning the rules for these guys for 9th edition. Take any objectives, which this isn't, this is annihilation, so I'm just trying to put as much fire down and kill units as I go. We'll see how it works. Let's go with Scott, and we'll see. He's another guild member. Go ahead, Scott. Walk us through what your army's doing.
Mainly, I'm here for deep strike shenanigans. I have Scorpic Lord with Veil of Darkness. He's going to be dragging along his Lich Guard with him.
Okay.
We have our Phidians to go off with him as well. And we have Baraskov here, my Overlord, going on with his Death Marks, buffing them mostly. Some Mortals to back them up.
Okay.
Destroyers for anything that's big and scary.
Yeah.
And a Doomsday Arc just to clean everything up.
Okay, what we've all agreed on is Scott's going to deep strike turn 2. Because basically it's Ultramarines versus Slaanesh. And yeah, they're going to wake them up and they're going to kill both our dumbasses. So we'll go with Jake here. Okay, Jake, walk us through your army. What is this and what do you want to do with it?
Alright, these are my beautiful ladies here. I'm going to start by saying I have the 2 squads of 10 demonettes here.
Okay.
2 squads of 10. I'm just playing it safe because of blast rules. I got a big blob of 20 right here, not 30. Gonna work our way up to it though.
Okay.
I got 2 fiends hanging out right here, not running 3. If I would run 3, I would take another one as a Blissbringer.
Alright.
I have a Herald who is running Delightful Agonies.
Okay.
I have a Herald on an Exalted Seeker Chariot who is running Delightful Agonies as well, just for the repetition, just in case she doesn't get off. This is Slaanesh, so she will get off.
Oh, she will.
We have 2 squads of Seekers here.
Alright.
Not a lot of people really like them. I think they're fun. I had a pretty good time.
Are those the new ones with the 4 orifices now?
Yes, 4 orifices for extra penetration.
I like it.
However, we have my Warlord, who is the Contorted Epitome. This is my favorite Slaanesh model.
Okay.
She knows Hysterical Frenzy, Symphony of Pain. Since she's the Warlord, she's taking the Mark of Excess as her Hellforged artifact, and she will be taking the Murder Dance as her Warlord trait.
Okay.
That allows her to, if I can read this here for a second.
Ooh, reading's helpful.
The Murder Dance allows her to add D3 to her attacks until the end of the ensuing fight phase if she charges.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's basically just a lot of repetition with more and more and more attacks.
Okay.
This thing can be disgusting, as we have discovered in one of our lost episodes.
Yeah, that thing it just ate my Chapter Master pretty much.
Yeah.
I call it the hentai monster because all the tentacles on it.
She does love doing her stuff.
Alright, guys. We're going to go ahead. That's the board. We'll figure out which side me and Jake's setting up on. And then we come back, we'll be going into turn 1.
I get 3 rerolls.
Go get it.
I spent that one.
Stormbolter.
On what? On your speeder bike.
I want to have that one. I have that one.
So you don't kill
Okay, and we are all set up with Slaanesh winning the roll-off for first turn, naturally, as Slaanesh does. We are going to, cheating. Typical cheating from Slaanesh. We're going to go to movement for the first turn, and we will be right back after that.
I tell you what, my freaking OnlyFans is popping, guys. Freaking popping. Are you recording?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Always recording.
Oh, gee.
Okay, so Slaanesh got a pretty decent move out of that corner, mainly towards the middle of the board, so they are eventually in engagement range with these terrible Ultramarines that we don't like. We're going to try and activate... They're horrible people. We're going to try and activate some psychic powers now, and we will come back after that. Okay, so our psychic phase went off, and the only things that were affected were these girls right here. I got delightful agonies on them. We are going to move on. There's going to be no charges, so I'm pretty sure we're just going straight into the Ultramarines movement phase.
Alright, so, very simple. For my first turn, just moved up with the Choppy Boys. I made them veterans for this. Adjudicar and Chapter Master moved up. Lieutenant stayed back with this squad here. Hellblasters staying in the trees. The squad staying here. Waiting for them to come across here. We got to figure out when we're going to have Scott come in. And then we have a Chad sighting. What's up, Chad? Alright, we're going into turn 2. We're going to have Scott come in now or at the end of turn 2?
We will have him come in at the end of turn 2. You still have to do your shooting and everything, right?
Yeah, that's all I gotta do, which I don't have anything in range. Let's do it real quick.
Okay.
I don't think I will have anything. We'll be right back with my non-existent shooting phase. Actually, we just measure real quick.
That's funny shit. I didn't know you went to Salford.
I got nothing in range. Nothing's in range. Alright, let's go to turn 2.
And this is the end of Slanesh's movement phase. Everything went up the board. Not exactly where I wanted it to be, since they're going to be charging into a veteran squad of whatever those
Assault
awful-
intercessors.
Yeah, whatever those things I don't care to learn the name of. You know, Space Marines.
You're gonna learn them whenever they chop you up.
I got a lot of tongues to deal with that. Okay, so we're going to go on to the psychic phase, hopefully kill some of these disgusting things, and then move on.
Ooh.
Okay, with the psychic powers over, we cast Symphony of Pain onto these guys right here, and also hit them with a smite, getting 1 wound on them, and making them -1 to hit. We casted Delightful Agonies onto these girls right here, giving them a Feel No Pain. And my other Herald, who is right over there in the middle by herself, wasn't in range to do anything. So that is all for that. We're going to move to the charges now. Okay, so the charges were made. All of the Seekers made it in. The Chariot did not get a chance. The Fiends failed, and one of them took 3 points of damage in Overwatch. And the Contorted Epitome, the Warlord, was also out of range. So now we're going to go on to the fight phase with these over here.
And I used Judicor's power to make this unit go dead last. Alright, so we just did my attacks back. I used the Strategrum Gene Rupt Might, so my guys on a unmodified 6 do an auto wound. This unit, they ended up killing 3 assault intercessors. These boys chopped down 5 of those, they're Seekers, right?
Yeah, and they're going to swing back.
So they're going to head and swing back. Go ahead, Jake, roll it in there. There's only 1 left, so there's not many dice.
Okay, so we have the 3, which 2 hit, and not a wound. And now for the tongues.
Dramatic.
Hits, and no wounds on that either.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
So we'll go on to leadership. I have the chaplain in there, or the chapter master. 6 plus 1. They're actually good. Leadership 9 because of being veterans.
I think she is going to run. I cannot remember her leadership, so I'm just going to assume she knows.
Alright. So that was the bottom. That was Jake's turn 2. I'm going to go on to my turn 2, and at the end of that, Scott coming and rain mayhem. Alright, very quick turn for the Ultramarines. Basically, I know I could probably move them guys out to shoot the crap out of them. That's not fun. They're going to stay there and attack. Judicar is going to move up to use that crazy sword on them. These guys are all staying in place. They're going to fire at what's coming over this way. They're going to stay in place. We're just going to shoot the crap out of everything coming in and hope for the best. I'm going to go. I have no psychic phase. I'm going to go into shooting. And then when we come back, we'll go into the assault phase. It probably will be invincible again. Alright then, so shooting was pretty productive. These guys were really out of range of the chariot, didn't do anything to it. These guys fired their pistols, put 1 wound on them, I believe. Freaking daggone Hellblasters fired, didn't do anything. These guys fired, dropped one of the fiends and put a wound on the other. Judicor's going to go ahead and see if he can make that charge. He made it with 11. He's going to pick that unit to go last in hand-to-hand because of his special rule. So let's move him in there. Get my fat hand in there. Alright, on to the assault phase. Okay, so hand-to-hand, I didn't do anything but kill one of them. The assault intercessor swung. He had light flagging on him, so he'll feel no pain. Only dropped 1. And then a Judicar went in there, swung. He actually whiffed. And then Jake rolled all of his saves. So on to...
I did lose 1 though.
Yeah, you only lost 1 in that exchange. Now on to Scott's deep striking. So me and Jake did our hand-to-hand in leadership. He ended up dropping 2 more Space Marines over there. We both passed our leadership. He did not roll the fabled 1. This fiend rolled a 1. And then Scott happened to come in. So everything came over that way. Yeah, this is going to hurt, I think, for us all. Alright, on to, I guess you'll have a psychic phase.
No.
Alright, on to Scott's shooting and then maybe assault, I don't know.
So, my guys have deep struck in. We have Scorpic Lord over there. We have our Threshers here. Everything else kind of just walked on and started shooting everything. Don't like people walking our lawn. We took out 3 Space Marines over there, a few Demonettes over here, and we laid some of the biggest guns onto the chariot, but it somehow survived.
And now he's going to move on to his assault phase and see what he's going to charge.
Alright, did my charges. My Lich Guard and my Scorpic Lord did not make it for some reason, but my Ophidians have, so they're going to start doing their attacks.
DJ had questions about
Alright, Ophidians have gone in. He almost knocked him out. 1 was down to 1 wound, reanimation, brought 1 back, and after 24 attacks, that's what survived.
2 Demonettes who also happen to pass their morale somehow, which is fantastic. But we didn't pass them to the point of getting D6 Demonettes back, which would have been nice. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So we are moving on to Demonettes, turn 3. Okay, so after Slanesh's movement phase, all of my things, sensing their sisters were in danger, went over to assist in beating down the Necrons. This squad right here is going to be charged into, and possibly, hopefully, these horrible, scary wraiths are going to die. We're going to move into the psychic phase and see what can happen.
So over here, we've had a lot of losses on the Necrons and a lot of losses on the Demons. Necrons do not like to come back from me for some reason, so we're still trying to fight that out over there.
The rest of the Slanesh stuff over here managed to get rid of the rest of the wraiths, or whatever they're called, Orphidians. My mirror ended up not charging, and over here with the Space Marines, where they're still trading blows back and forth between the cavalry and the assault intercessors, their main line is doing well still. They haven't really been touched since many of the demons retreated to go engage the Necrons over here. But there is a lot of wounds still on that captain, so by the end of the game, there's a possibility he could be sniped out, but we still have a lot to contend with over here.
Okay, so crazy has happened. Looks like the Necron showing up has pulled a lot of the Slanesh demons from the Ultramarines. We'll try to wrap this up here in my assault phase. These Ultramarines moved up to try to put some fire on those destroyers. These guys actually advanced to try to swing around to get boulders into range fast. And my Hellblasters pushed out of the woods and onto the ice. I'm gonna go no sight phase. I'm gonna go into shooting phase, and then I will be back. All right. So. Oh.
They're really nice dynamically made models.
Take off.
All right, brother.
I was talking to Jake.
Yeah.
Might have to have my chaos, his chaos team up against 2 other players.
Oh, nice.
Get like a 4-player going.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Try to
definitely.
make it up here
Okay.
more often now.
Okay. Well, definitely. Like you want to get on some videos, not a problem.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll see you later, man.
All right, bro. I'll see you. This recorded or paused?
So the Demonettes this turn managed to finish off the Lich Guard, and the Herald actually managed to kill the big guy there, but Scott did his emergency repairs and brought him back with 1 HP. Over here, the Intercessors are still fighting with the horses. The horses passed their morale. They're still just hanging out. Definitely looks like the Intercessors are going to win this one, though. The rest of the battlefield is all as it was last turn, and we're going to go on to turn 3 Necrons. Technically 3.
A devastating turn 3 of shooting. I have used Malevolent Arcing on these guys here. They shot into the Hellblasters, knocking out 2 of them, but activating Malevolent Arcing for 1 command point. Basically everybody but this model has taken a mortal wound.
He was very selective in my favor, and I thank him greatly for that. My demons are going to pay him back later.
Destroyers.
Oh yeah.
My destroyers have wiped out more of the squad, and somehow the chariot ate this guy's shot, but it died from my Doomsday Arc. On to the fighting phase.
There's a picture of the
So
emblem.
the Demonettes finally took out this big man over here, and everybody is just getting ready to run over and deal with the rest of this garbage right
I
here.
killed the last seeker over here.
The last Seeker did finally fall over
The
here.
adjudicator sliced her up.
And we are going to go into the next turn.
Top of 4.
Top of 4. Okay, so all of Slanesh's stuff is officially on this side of the board. She's going to attempt to kill the Judicar so she can get that extra wound with her Warlord, or with her Mark of Excess. We're going to see how the Psychic phase goes, and we'll be right back. Okay, the Slanesh Psychic phase was really, really good. She managed to smite, I think, 1 over here and put Delightful Agonies on herself. Whereas this Herald, this lone little Herald down here, managed to smite away an entire group of death marks. I don't know how she did it, but she managed. So now we're going to go into the charges and see what we can do before we end up retreating.
Okay, for this part here, I'm gonna talk about how these Space Marines here, the raid force came charging in, and they gunned it down right in front of them, and then the Demonettes were like, "Hey, what's up, boss?" And they ballered right in there.
The Contorted Epitome made it into contact with the Judicar and his friends. It'll hopefully get disemboweled. The Demonettes are meeting up with the Immortals and are probably going to die. And there is a lone Herald fighting the Warlord of the Necron army.
What's your warlord's name?
Barascott.
Barascott.
Barascott the Undying and Contorted Epitome the Unnamed.
Wait, I didn't smack back with him. Fuck, I forgot.
Go ahead, swing back with him. I'll even catch it on camera. So, basically, we're gonna once he's done swinging with his warlord, we're gonna go ahead and we'll go over what happened this turn.
Alright, wow, he fails that one. Well, actually, he gets more attacks. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Don't be nervous because the camera's on, Scott. Don't be nervous because the camera's on.
When are we getting the...
Okay, fails 2. He's a Void Blade, not a War Scythe, a Void Blade.
That sounds way worser.
So when are we getting the...
Actually, no, the blade would be worse, so...
Come on.
No rerolls some wounds.
Look at these little fucking...
3 wounds. 3 wounds, 8 minus 1.
She passes 1 and takes 2. What was the damage on that?
1.
Okay, so she's down to 2.
All right, so at that hand-to-hand, Jake the Old is charging. Over here, the Contorted Epitome head tie monster. kill the 4 assault intercessors, use your tentacles, and the Judicar made both of his invul saves, so they're locked in. These demonettes over here charged the Space Marine group. They dropped 1, but then Space Marines being Space Marines clobbered 7 of them. I think Jake still has to roll his leadership to see if any come back. And then the demonettes that charged, these are immortals, Scott? Those are immortals right here?
Immortals.
The immortals smashed the 2 girls that charged them. What'd you roll in leadership?
2. So I did not get the thing back. And we roll, and 1 runs away.
For everyone that plays, especially demons, for leadership, if you roll the mythical 1 with the standard, I think what, D6 demons come back, Jake?
Yes, D6.
Okay, that's what he's hoping for. We're going to move on to my turn 4, and we'll be back. So my turn, pretty simple. Hellblasters moved up to get a line of sight to the Immortals to try to hit them with plasma. These guys are staying locked. I know I should have moved them in, but semantics. Lieutenant with the last of this intercessor squad moved up into the ruins to try to knock down another what's that thing called?
Destroyer.
There's another destroyer. And then my chapter master moved up to help charge into and engage the Court of Epitome. Our last game, that thing took his lunch. So we'll move on. I have no psychic phase, so I'll move on to assault, and we'll be back. Alright, so my shooting phase was really fast. I was going to shoot pistols into her, but they're just going to club her to death. Hellblasters, they unloaded on the 3 Immortals. I thought they had 2 wounds apiece. Sorry, buddy. And they went down. This squad, they rapid fired and engaged the destroyers. Dropped 1 of them. He only had 1 wound left anyway.
Yeah, didn't get his medal yet.
Okay. And he's going to go ahead and charge into this. That's a 6. So he's going to make it. Boop. Alright, on to assault phase. Or fight phase. And Judicar's going to go ahead and make Court of Epitome go last.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Aura of Acquiescence on her, which decreases your attacks by 1. Well, anything within 3 of that.
That's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I know. And I'm going to Warp Surge her.
Yeah.
To increase her invul.
Well, I'm going to play. I have a Strategrum in here.
I'm going to play Mana Leak.
I'm going to play some Mana Leak for the Magic players. Crap. I'm running out of stuff here. Oh, Gene Rot Might. I'm going to go ahead and play that if I can. Infantry unit. I think I can play that. I'll have to read. If I do, it's going on him. So 6 is automatically do stuff.
Okay.
Alright. We'll be right back. Tori, quit stealing stuff. Okay, we're back to hand to hand. So Jake picked a tournament, killed the Judicar and Chapter Master. Literally. What happened over there, Scott?
Berescott actually managed to kill the Herald.
Oh, wow. And then my guys over here clubbed her to death. This is not looking good. I was only able to put 2 wounds on her. And because of all of her stuff, I can't get through. This is going to be Scott's turn 4.
And now we're going to the charge phase. Berescott is going to charge all alone into these demonettes. Novak rolls, so 6 inches actually. Doesn't make it, I'll pay command point.
Story of my life, not enough inches. You do it, Scott.
And then catch your front edge and shit with yourself. If you're on an edge.
7. Does 7 make it? It's within an inch. It barely makes it. Alright, he gets charged in, so with his Void Blade he gets extra attacks.
And Slaanesh will go first in the fight phase. So it looks like Berescott wiped out an entire squad of demonettes. Well, almost. There's just 1 more left. It needs to take morale. I'm going to borrow this real quick. They get D6 back. And that's 3.
Uh,
So they did do a wound to him. We're going to move on to Slanesh turn 5.
Yep. Last turn.
All right, we'll be right back. And for Slanesh's movement phase, my contorted epitome is going to attempt to take out the last warlord on the table, besides my own, which is Baraskoth. She might not be able to do it because Baraskoth is the Undying, and she left all these Space Marines in a dust
They're
over
all
here.
sad.
They're all sad. That's okay. That's our goal. All hit but one.
Because I'm a 6'4" grown up.
All right, we're back. Jake's doing hand-to-hand at Scott's
At AP minus 4.
Lord. He came back with some crazy stratagem.
Alright, so how many?
2. AP minus 4.
Shots overall.
Literally laying
Shots overall.
Yeah, 2.
Attacks.
2 4-ups.
Yeah, these parents were coming past staring at me.
Can't re-roll that, so just 1 wound.
Just 1.
5 up feel, no. He goes down.
Oh.
He is fallen.
I think those girls are going to run away anyway.
Yeah.
He re-
Oh no.
Oh no, now he looks like Rayman.
He does.
He has battle damage.
He does.
So the contorted epitome is going to go ahead and take credit for that and say that she did it instead of the demonettes.
Yeah. She is gross.
She is a disgusting. My favorite model, though.
We're gonna go ahead and call it at this. Our party is looking to get some wings. But this game's pretty handily. I'm gonna say Scott was the winner still. He had big crazy things over here.
Yeah, the demonettes were definitely hanging on by a thread. What was carrying them was the contorted epitome.
And that thing's pretty gross.
Oh yeah.
Alright guys, I hope you guys like the content. We're gonna try to do more of these battle reports. We'll try to get a little bit shorter. It's like a 25-minute video. You guys have any suggestions or anything? Feel free to message us, guys. This is DJ, Guildmaster for the Gamers Guild. Till next time.